I gave you my heart.
Hi Capricorns, this is Alyssa with Twin Cup Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for the sign of Capricorn for the month of April. But as usual, keep in mind that energy is fluid, time is an illusion, roles can be reversed, and this may not be your story. And that's okay, there's so many amazing readers out there, one of them will resonate with you. All right, Capricorns, I am having a chill morning. I'm wearing my bathrobe. I'm drinking my coffee. My hair is a mess. I'm kind of hoping you're in your jammies too, because the jammy solidarity. I'm such a nerd. Oh my goodness, I'm such a nerd. Anyway, so Capricorn, it's been a good morning. And actually, it got even better when I tapped into your energy. So, one thing that was very interesting is Capricorns generally, and this isn't all, how they are all the time, but you, Capricorn, there's a tendency to be very focused. Okay, very focused on your career, very focused on your stability, just focused on keeping balance. Okay, so you guys are emotional people. I'm not saying you're unemotional, but even though you're an earth sign, I I've always felt kind of an airy quality to you guys when it comes to how you process the things around you. A very logical aspect, Capricorn. You guys just stay extremely grounded, and you're just very motivated to reach your goals, okay? But the energy that I tapped into was very light-hearted, okay? Very light-hearted, almost free. I got an image of a bird, actually, in a cage, and then the doors open, and now it's flying away, and it can't believe how big the world actually is. Okay, it's actually a really, really positive, light-hearted, unburdening energy of freedom. Okay. And you know what, Capricorn? There is a lot going on in the world right now. Tension is high, anxiety is high. A lot of people feel trapped. But I actually feel the opposite for you, Capricorn. I think if some of you weren't able to work at this time, and some of you might have been laid off from your job, some of you might be off temporarily for whatever reason. Some of you might be working from home. That might be the difference. You're still working, but you're working from home. Either way, I'm just getting this feeling of, okay, so at first this was stressful because the unknown was happening. This isn't the normal schedule. This isn't the normal channel of my life. But then all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is nice. This is really nice. I'm taking a breather. I can actually breathe. Wow. I'm able to be comfortable. I'm able to let my hair down. I'm able to, just wear my pajamas all day. Like it's maybe that's why the pajama thing came to me. I don't know. But anyway, Capricorn, I'm just getting that you're actually kind of enjoying this time, not enjoying the tension and the anxiety around the world and the sad stories, none of that, but it's just enjoying this time to breathe. Okay? And Capricorns, whether you're inside all day, just looking outside into the beautiful weather, into the beautiful skies, whether it's raining or it's clear, or if you're going out and going for walks on your own, going for hikes, whatever, I see you just really, really feeling like your world actually opened up, which is interesting because, like I said, most people feel trapped right now. It's like, it's hard to put into words, Capricorn. It really is. It's almost like being free within the cage. No, that's not right either. It's almost like by being trapped, you actually found your freedom. It's the weirdest thing. Well, it's not weird, but it's interesting. Capricorn, I'm going to start getting some cards here. All I got to say, I don't know if any of that made sense. I don't know if any of that made sense at all, but all I got to say is it is a positive energy, Capricorn, for April for you. Really, really positive. Feels really good. And for some of you, it might be a simple acceptance of what is going on around you. And that acceptance, you know, really kind of helped you pull out of any of that anxiety that you might have been feeling. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to take a moment here, Capricorn, because this is some interesting energy. Yeah, it's just like this. I have I have the song Ironic by Alanis Morissette going through my mind. It's almost like when you were blinded, you now saw for the first time. Just kind of that feeling. It's just very, very interesting. By leaving your house, you found your home. It's the weirdest, just all this ironic. Just it's I can't even, Capricorn. It's like I said, so positive but so confusing. It's basically by doing the thing that should have been stressful, but it's by going out into the winter without a coat, you found true warmth. It's almost like by leaving behind all of your possessions and walking into the distance with nothing, you found everything. Or by leaving a romantic connection that you've been in for a long time, you found your true person. You know, it's weird. I just keep hearing all of these kind of ironic type things that you thought never would have played out this way, just played out that way. And it was almost like you had to do the illogical thing in order to get what you want. You had to walk down you had to walk down the path that looked like it was the least likely to reach your goal. Wow, this is so interesting, Capricorn. It is so interesting. I basically see that it's saying, okay, by extending your cup in a direction you've never extended it to before, you're going to have things rush into you, truth, rush into you. Okay? By leaving a situation that makes you feel stable and allowing yourself to walk into a direction that looks uncomfortable, you start to move out of any sadness you felt in the past. So there might have been something that you might have felt a lot of stress in the last couple months. There might have been some kind of pain or sadness you've been working through in the last couple of months. And I basically see that it just, no matter what you did, it wouldn't go away. Okay? And you were making what you felt was the best decisions at the time, making the right moves in the right directions and extending your cup and your emotions and your time in the right way, whether that was at career or at something else. But then all of a sudden it's almost like the universe went, nope, now we're doing this. Now we're forcing you to do this. And then when that happens, when you're forced to walk, it's almost like you're walking on a path and the path is clear, skies are beautiful, the road is easy to walk on, everything's comfortable, you can see ahead of you for miles so you know you're safe, but it's a long journey. And then a tree blocks your path. A tree falls into your path and you, for some reason, can't get past it, okay? You can't get past it. And then you're like, well, what do I do now? And you look off to your left, and there is this jagged-ass path with sharp rocks and lots of bristles and thorns blocking the path. And you're like, how the heck am I supposed to get through that? That doesn't look like a good option. But then you're just unable to continue down the easy path. So you're You're like, okay, well, this is my only choice. I'm a Capricorn and I'm gonna reach my goal. I'm gonna do this. So let's go. And then you start walking down that path. And just as you are reaching out to move the thorn bushes, to move those bristles, to avoid those sharp rocks, everything just moves out of your way like magic. Basically, everything basically gets out of your way. And then the further you get down this path, the more wonderful it is getting, the more comfortable it's getting. And I almost see truth coming to you, Capricorn, awakening coming to you. I actually see possible epiphanies here, a real change in perspective. And for some of you, maybe many of you, a leveling up spiritually, okay? Like, this is so positive, Capricorn. This is so positive. I'm hearing the road less traveled, but the poem by Frost, but it's not even just that. It's like the path that you never would have taken is the path to your dreams. Interesting. This is pretty incredible, Capricorn. And I don't know, this could have to do with your stability, your career, your passions. This could have to do with a romantic situation. Because they actually say that your soulmate is almost 100% of the time not who you expect in terms of, what they look like, in terms of how they act, their emotions, their everything. It's usually not your normal type. They're not your normal expectation. And not only that, but another thing I heard is that the expectation is that when you meet your twin flame, when you meet your romantic soulmate, which I believe that you actually have many in every life. So it's all about what direction and path you choose in your life and how they fit. But anyway, a lot of people believe that when you meet them, there's these butterflies when you kiss them, this electricity, this giddy excitement, those butterflies, okay? But what I actually have found, from the different researches and stuff. Oop, there goes. My cat is deciding to knock everything off of my windowsill. I just saw tower moments. So anyway, they say that your true romantic soulmate actually makes you feel calm, makes you feel peaceful. It's almost like everything is just comfortable. There's still passion there. There's still love. There's still that romance. So it's not like platonic. It's not like platonic at all. But there's a trust there. There's a comfort there. There's a peace there that will be unlike any peace or comfort you felt with anybody else, which is, in my opinion, more beautiful. Okay? Because that has the potential to be more lasting than something that was hot and passionate and quick and frenzied. So, because that tends to burn out a little faster. Not always, but generally the fire that burns the hottest, ... This is just, oh my gosh, Capricorn, this is beautiful. It is so beautiful. For some, like, I don't believe that most of you, for most of you, I don't believe this is necessarily romantic based. I do believe it has to do with love, but I think for most of you, it actually has to do with self-love, love for yourself, realizing what you deserve, being easy on yourself, and enjoying and reveling in the freedom around you, basically basking in this feeling of peace and calm and loving that. But I do feel like it is romantic for some of you. So I'm going to get a couple cards for, I can't even speak. I don't know if that's me with the energy in the air, or if you guys are going to have issues with your throat chakra. I have no idea. So forgive me for all the, yeah, the stuttering, the ums, yeah, whatever. Just forget all of that. I'm going to draw a couple cards from the Romance Angels Oracle deck here. For those of you that are going to be walking a new path romantically. I feel like this card kind of wanted to come out. It's interesting that it didn't fly out. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Nothing is wanting to fly out, but I see these cards, like, I don't know if you could see that, but cards just kind of pushing out as I shuffle. So it's almost like the advice that it's going to give you, it's almost like it's saying, okay, this is the advice, but don't run after it completely. This is almost like express your love light. Okay. So basically, this is saying small steps, actually. Small steps. So I have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. And religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So regardless of gender, I'm seeing that many of you might have been raised in, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a religious home, but a home that had very strict ideas and ideals of how a person, regardless of gender, should approach a love situation. Okay? It might have been very traditional. Okay? It might have been very much the woman, ... is the one who is chaste at all times. They never make the first move. They play, there's certain romantic games they play. Don't be ready on time. Make them wait in the parlor as you wait upstairs for an extra 20 minutes. It's almost like there was an expectation of exactly how a lady should act, okay? Quotation mark. And I'm hearing same thing if the roles are reversed here, gender-wise, is as the man, you always open the door. As the man, you pay for everything. As the man, you always make the first move and you chase. As the man, as the woman, as the man, as the whatever. I'm just hearing that things were very much drilled into your head, Capricorns, how it should go. And whether you agreed with that ideal or not, a lot of you might have kind of unknowingly followed that. Okay, and I'm not saying that you put expectations on the other person. I'm almost seeing that you put expectations upon yourself and you were hard on yourself and you trapped yourself, okay? And this could be like, for instance, if you identify as female, you might have the inclination to wait for the other person to approach you first because, well, and you might not explain it as because the male comes to me or the other person comes to me, I'm the female, but you might actually follow those actions anyway, not knowing that you're following the upbringing, okay? And same if the roles are reversed here. If you identify as male, you might feel like it's always your job to make the first move, okay? And so you do. But what I'm seeing is that you're basically learning in April that you're trapping yourself when you don't need to, okay? This is all about letting go of any kind of expectation from the past that things have to look a certain way when you're choosing your path, and you basically going, why am I waiting, why am I doing this, why am I putting in all the effort, or why am I putting in no effort? This isn't working out for me. It's never worked out for me, so why do I keep doing this? So I basically see that if you're the one who's always sat back in the past and waited for them to come to you, you're going to go, hey, I'm so-and-so. And then just basically, I just see you starting up the conversation. I see you sending that first message. I see you really giving that first offer. And at first, you might be like, you might approach this person and be like, hey, and you might have this this look on your face, almost like you smell something bad. I just got the image of your face kind of going, yeah, almost like you smelled something really bad. You're going, so, you free on Friday? And you're really just bracing for them to say no, and they go, yeah, I'm completely free on Friday. And you're like, oh, well, do you want to hang out with me? And they basically go, I'd love to. And you just kind of stand there and look at them, and they're like, okay, bye. And I basically see you turning away. And then as you're walking away, you realize, oh, they said yes. Wow, that worked out really well. And then for some of you, if you're used to always making that first move, I basically see the opposite. You guys sitting back and going, okay. If you decide to come towards me, great. If not, well, I guess I'll sit here. You know, Nick, it will be just as difficult. I basically see you kind of tapping those fingers and just, okay, well, I really want to go ask them out, but maybe they should make the first move. Maybe they, and then all of a sudden, as you're in this pondering, they're like, hey, how's it going? And you're like, hi, can I help you? And then I basically just see them going, yeah, are you free Friday night? And you're like, I guess. They're like, well, do you want to hang out? And you're like, sure. Like, it's, I don't know why I'm getting that. That's going to be very specific, probably. It's probably not going to be for all of you. But I basically just see that you're surprised that by taking the opposite approach of your normal, things are working out even better, which might really, really surprise you, Capricorn. I basically see that, yeah, I don't know what else to say here. It's so, regardless of how this manifests in your life, whether this is how you approach your career, how you approach romance, how you approach your personal stability, or a hobby or passion you have, it could be simply how you express your emotions to family, friends. It doesn't matter. For all of you, it's going to be different across the board. But regardless, I see in April, your world just opening up, Capricorn. New opportunities are presenting themselves. And at first, when they present themselves, you're going to be like, ugh, what is that? That is covered in thorns. That is covered in vines. I don't see how that could be a good direction. And then you're forced to walk down that way, and you go, wow, I never would have known this was back here. I never would have, wow. This is incredible. This is everything I was looking for. How? You know, and it's just beautiful, Capricorn. I'm going to end it there because I feel like now I'm just rambling. I am rambling because it's just, there's just this feeling of, and this might be your feeling as well, Capricorn, is you might feel speechless. You don't know how to put into words your surprise that this worked out the way it did. And all I can say, Capricorn, is it's going to be wonderful. And I will finally finish it there. All right, Capricorn, that was your reading. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below and let me know if this resonates with you. Thank you so much for listening to my babblings, and I love you guys so much. Bye.